Hi, how are you? And welcome back. We're going to do the tarot reading, the business tarot reading for the sun moving into Scorpio. And it's all about people getting very passionate and very focused and very intense about the things they care about at work. So I'm going to be using the Botticelli deck. It's a fabulous deck because it's all about our passions. So let's see what starts to come up. Okay. Different reading, very different reading to what we had for personal, which makes a lot of sense. Okay, so we come up with the Queen of Pentacles, the Knave of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, and the Four of Wands. I'm just seeing if there's any more cards. I'm always pleasantly surprised to see what comes up. So let me just give you some insights into what we've got. So starting up, I don't think the cards have done, but they've asked me to take a pause and talk about what we've got. So let's do that. Coming up, we've got the Queen of Pentacles, and then we've got the Page of Pentacles. Okay. And it's quite interesting to have the Queen following the Page, because the Queen is someone who is feeling really comfortable and quite generous with where they are in terms of their role in the world. And you can see that she is sitting there. What's interesting about these women in this instance is that she's actually quite pensive. So she's really just taking some time out and thinking about that. And to be honest, there's a lot of taking time out. And I think that's because in this week, it's going to be a good time for you to observe what other people are doing and observe what other people are reacting to, so you can be a little bit more strategic about how you go forward with your ideas. And I think that's really, really important. So there's definitely going to be something new coming into being in this stage, but it's a page, so it's a very small new thing that's going to be there, and we're going to require some nurturing to get that into where you want to be. And if you have listened already to the astrology, you'll know that when we're talking about people getting very focused on what they desire and getting quite intense and passionate about that, plus now you've got Venus and you've also got Mercury in Scorpio. So people will be thinking about it and talking about it and really pushing forward their own agenda. So I'm not surprised that we've got a little bit of a wait and see. So we've got two queens, and both of these queens are quite pensive, a little bit reserved. So it's a little bit about slow down a little bit. Don't get too involved if you start to feel people being very passionate and really quite animated with that passion. Just keep control of where that's at. So we've got something new quickly followed by the 8, which is about messages coming in. So there's going to be a lot of information that's going to come in that you're going to need to take some time out to think about. Okay, so we've got 2 4s. So when this new information comes, we're going to need to take some time to think about it. And then the last card that we've got after this other Queen, and this is Queen of Swords, the Queen of Thinking, is the Star card, and the Star card is the, well, it's fun and celebration. It's about 3, but it's also about coming together with other people and thinking about dreams coming true and being quite balanced. And you see they're quite in celebration there, and it's highly supportive. So this is also an opportunity for us to be doing some really good work, and I think a lot of the work will have to be with other people. I'm just starting to see. And we've got a card that's turned. Okay, and we've got the 5 of Wands. All right. And the 5 of Wands is, take a good look at that. It's almost a bit like the Last Supper, but it's not. You're looking at the table, what you've got is a beautiful bowl of fruit, and he's a little bit focused on that. So what this around, look at the way the rest of the table has been left in disarray and despair. So what I think the imagery or the sense I've got of this is you being still, and everything else around you is going to be moving quite quickly. And you need to take some time to get very focused and be very clear about what you want and what you're after. And very nicely, repeat from the personal, the bottom of the deck is the Magician. So this is saying you've got everything you need. And it's also saying don't get caught up in this mad rush that you might start to see of things moving very quickly. Because often in this stage when things are moving too quickly, it's because people are really very singularly focused and pursuing something. And of course, when you move too quickly, you do let things drop off and things aren't picked up. So this is actually asking us to be a little bit more steadfast and to be really aware of when we're feeling the need to drive forward, to be quite strategic about when we take that opportunity. So to be really thinking about, are people ready? So the Queens are often about being emotionally attached to other people and reading other people. So this is definitely about reading other people. The other thing that this is saying to you is do be quite celebratory and supportive, and every time we have one success, be really good about celebrating that, because often when we're in this passion and we're in this desire and we really want something, we are so focused on the outcome that we forget to celebrate the little steps along the way. So this is really asking us to be considered, taking some time out. Don't go too early. Wait for the messages and wait to see what you understand the messages to mean. So we've got 2 Queens and we've got 2 4s. So this is really talking about us being aware of what's going on and taking some time to move with that. Because it's coming, but it's a little bit slow. But when it does, it's going to be something very special, and you're going to easily be able to grow it into something that you want to grow in it. So that's what we're talking about with the astrology. There's going to be a lot of movement. A lot of people will be moving very fast, talking very fast, very engaged with what they're doing, or very engaged in supporting their idea as opposed to someone else's. And they're kind of asking you just to take that little step back, take a little bit of pause this week and really watch what's happening. Because when they go forward, you're going to get messages. It's going to be around working with others. And when you go, you need to be considered and strategic about how you go. And that, let me just tell you, is not going to be your instinct this week. Okay. Take care.